back again, getting ready to share a video tip with you. I got injured like 3 weeks ago, so I've been slow and not doing any schools or anything and off the bike. I broke 4 ribs, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. The 2 in the back suck, not gonna lie. And bruised my lung. Not quite sure, the hospital just kept telling me different things. But it was 3 weeks ago, so kind of getting back at it. I want to talk to you today about how to build speed. I have a lot of people come to me, obviously just want to get faster, but how do you practice to get faster? That's one of the things I want to discuss. And there's 3 parts to this, so make sure you kind of stay to the end of the video and watch it all the way through. One of the ways is, to construct some kind of track, anywhere from a minute to 3 minutes in length. And ultimately, it would be awesome if you could have half of it like, an open pit area, so you can work in some moto stuff, and then half woods. The idea behind that is, moto's fast, high speed, and you want to bring that high speed, fast into the woods. But as far as how to build speed, on a track like that, and how to utilize it, is to do something called sprints. But there's more to it than just this. A 1-lap sprint, meaning you sit there, you have a starting area, if you have a buddy, you can even time you, try and perfect your time, stuff like that. But there's days you want to just leave a stopwatch at home. You don't need to bring stopwatch with you all the time because it could get monotonous. But you want to go there with the, the idea that you want to have as much emphasis on trying to build some speed. This isn't something you want to do every day. Some days you might just want to go out and get some seat time in. I hate that word, seat time, when people say, hey, I'm just going to go out and get some seat time on the bike, and that's my practice. Seat time to me, a lot of times when I hear that, I get disgruntled because what you're doing is you're ingraining bad habits usually in your nervous system, how you ride, instead of changing it. Yeah, seat time is good when you're coming back from injury, which I'm going to be putting in some seat time probably here in like 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully. Old man don't heal as quick as they used to. But, you want to go out when you practice and try and have a goal in mind, what you're trying to perfect, what you're trying to be better at. But back to the sprints, okay, and the woods track, or woods moto, half and half track. Pick a spot, and you want to sprint as hard as you can for 1 lap. Hard as you can, okay? Now, your rest period is 1 lap easy, but a rest period is 1 lap one-armed, or with no rear brake, or something like that, where you bring a fundamental, and then you come back to the starting line, and it's a sprint again. And it's a rest lap, and then sprint again. What happens eventually after doing this, and it don't happen overnight, you will build speed. Your speed will increase. You become more comfortable, okay, at going faster. But when you're doing this, and the rest of what I'm about to tell you, always keep a couple things in mind. And I know I always base it on my do with schools, but make sure you're looking up and breathe. The number 1 thing is breathe. Keep telling yourself to breathe. You blow your mouth, hold your mouth open, and just focus on. And then as a hesitate. In between each time you hesitate, you actually take in air that you need. A lot of times you just focus on that one breath blowing out, and then in order to take the next breath, you'll take a little bit of air in. I believe that's the best way to breathe when trying to sprint, because it helps keep you as much as relaxed as you possibly can. Okay, so the 1-lap sprint and a fundamental, even a 1-armed or no rear brake or stand the whole time, something to build that fundamental aspect but to carry it into your sprint. So I'm big into breaking things down. So the next part of this is take that 1-lap sprint and just break it down even more to where each part of the track you're breaking down. Now this is going to take some time. Dude, riding the dirt bike fast doesn't happen overnight. Sprint a straightaway into a turn. Straightaway into a turn. So that's all you're doing. The length of a straightaway into a turn. Now the thing is, the emphasis on the turn, you don't want to, you're trying to get as hard as you can on the gas, wide open is optimum if you can go wide open. And then, you want to not screw up your turn. You're trying to brake as late as possible, but still make the turn. That doesn't mean you're on the brake at the apex. You're braking, entering the turn, and accelerating through the apex. So straight away into the turn. So what you're doing actually is you're sprinting each section of the track, sections of the track. Keep putting them together. Another thing is to get more comfortable with even just this. Go to an open area, and there's going to be a video of some video segments of this, me doing this. Go to an open area and just practice simple sprints to braking, sprint to braking. So you're starting in second or third gear from a dead end stop, and you're just working the throttle hard as you can, wide open. Control the front and rear brake together, but only on it is just a slight bit of time, and then into a turn. Or just in a straight line. You don't have to have a turn at the end. Just a simple accelerate hard as you can, going to braking, meaning letting off, reaching for the front brake, and controlling that rear brake with no clutch. But you're going to just simply, as quickly as you can, I don't want to say as quickly as you can, but as going and using as minimal as possible, but slowing the bike down almost to a complete stop. You'll know when you're getting better at this as your brake period will start to get smaller, to where you've almost had the bike come to a complete stop from wide open, okay, in a shorter distance. With good brake control without stalling the motorcycle, keeping your foot tight to the bike, but controlling that rear brake just like you do the front brake. Okay, so there's 3 ways to practice it. A 1-lap sprint, breaking down sections of the track and just sprinting, you know, and then just a simple acceleration braking drills. That will help when you start to break down and work on those parts of the track. Make sure that when you go into the accelerating, when you start into it, I would get on the bike, but if the ribs are a little sore, you throw your head forward, because as you accelerate, you want your head to go forward. So you want to get in a simple motion of throwing your head forward to create that momentum as you're on the gas. When you go to brake, your body weight's sliding back, controlling that brake. Okay? These are a couple simple ways to build that speed. Understand that it is not going to happen overnight. I had it put to me this way, and I'll put it to you this way right now. You ever watch a tree grow? I was asked that one time. I'm like, what do you mean watch a tree grow? You ever watch a tree grow? No. Can you see it grow day to day? No. But you still go out there and water it. You still go out there and water it every day. You come back a couple days and the thing's growed a little bit. But you come back the next day to water it and it don't look any different, but you're still going to water it. Think of your practice and your riding the same way. You're still going to go out there and put in that time and put in that practice, but it takes time, maybe a month or so, before you really notice it. As long as you're consistent with it, you will see it. It doesn't happen overnight. Try and stay positive, believe in yourself, and just bust your ass, because nobody's going to give you anything, dude. Sorry, I wish someone would have told me that a long time ago. But, have fun with it too. So I hope this tip helps you, and we're going to be coming at you with some more now that I'm healed up a little bit and can kind of be mobile. All right? Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time.